7:01. Good morning. Thank you for tuning into Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Go pay him a visit. Only available in Leduc. I will say this, as Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, and Sam Willis join us here in the Stingray Sports 1440 combination studios in West Edmonton Mall. We've got this sign up for I guess it would be like a Christmas luncheon, holiday luncheon. And first thing off the board, buns, of course, best one. I went for drinks, and when I was talking to Steven in sales, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go pop or eggnog, cola or eggnog, one of the two. One with eggnog. Steven grabs the pen, puts in soda. But Duke, you could win the whole thing if you went to Wilhauk Beef Jerky and grabbed a few bags and brought it in. You could save Christmas.
That is a really good point. I hadn't thought about that because it's tough for those of us on the morning shift, right? The things that take little preparation and are kind of easier naturally go off first. Like bringing buns would be great because I could buy them the night before. They're not deteriorated by lunchtime the next day when they're being consumed.
It's true.
However, something that I would prepare or cook, I cannot say the same for. And since we had our renovations done here inside the building, we no longer have access to like a stove or a cooktop. We have the air fryer, toaster oven, microwave. Well, a little bit more limited size-wise by those specific appliances.
It's true.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but the beef jerky option might be my best one. And we all know firsthand from seeing it in this building, it's a hit. The people love it.
You would steal the show.
They raid our supply when we get a little drop off, courtesy of Trent and Company.
Jurassic Park says, be the plate and cup guy. Always the most important.
I think there's plenty of that here already, unfortunately.
That is a good one. They'll probably never say no to more.
Yeah, there's never any plastic cutlery around this building, so maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have mine, but I stash
you
it
keep
now.
You keep it in your private bunk.
Yeah, I don't want anyone. And I buy like a certain specific type. So if
then
someone's
if you see people
using
it, you're like, that guy's using my cutlery.
Exactly.
And then you'll smite them.
Well, I won't be happy. I don't like when I forget my spoon and I need a spoon and all of a sudden it's gone. But anyway, if you guys have any recommendations for Duke, things that he could bring for the company luncheon,
potluck,
let us know and we'll get to that.
What if I just bring liquor?
There's probably going to be enough of that.
Like if I just bring a nice 40
of what?
Whiskey. People love whiskey.
I'm bringing eggnog.
So maybe I'll bring rum.
Just drop it in there.
CB Radio teaming up to get the whole office hammered.
Get the party started. Well, the party started last night for the LA Chargers.
If that was a party, that would have been one that someone spiked the punch bowl with a bunch of hallucinogenic drugs.
That was just a good football game.
Disagree.
What more do people want? You saw
drives with consistency and purpose and not turnovers galore.
Hey, the Chargers had some great drives. They just led to field goals every time.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't so great. They died at like the 40. If you had Cameron Dicker in fantasy football last night,
that guy's
not too
nails.
shabby. When you look at kicker tiers, Aubrey with the Cowboys, pretty elite.
I think Little with the Jags
Little
right now, with his big leg.
Dicker's in the conversation, I think. I think there's a drop-off, though. Harrison Bucker's fallen off quite a bit.
He's not very good anymore. I get it. I do think Kymie Fairbairn is very reliable. He doesn't have the biggest leg. I don't know if he's ever hit one over 60 yards. I don't believe so. But on 50+, he's very good still.
Yeah.
So, like, he's a guy that as long as you're not asking him to go out there and hit it a mile, you feel pretty confident in. But like, I don't know. It seems like we have this conversation every year at different stages about like, there'll be a week where 4 different kickers all miss game-winning options or opportunities, miss an extra point that cost their team or something. And we say the kicking's never been worse.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also never been better because you have guys like Aubrey and Little that it's very realistic to think they might be able to make a 70-yarder.
Yeah, absolutely. And like for Fairbairn, like I don't necessarily depend on that. Like, okay, you should you rely on your kicker having to hit it over 60? Well, get closer.
Yeah.
that's a lot to ask.
Beef
but
up.
55-ish, I think in today's NFL,
That should be pretty close to automatic.
Yeah, they've got to hit those. MTR says, not gonna lie, Connor, I fell asleep in the second half for a good majority of it until the fourth quarter. I'm jealous.
Well,
I was nauseous. I was watching it. I was raging. Seeing Cooper DeJean celebrate his pass breakup. I'm like, you didn't do anything. Just getting angry. That's how I watch football. I just hate my team, but I love them so much. The passion I have for them is that's too much. I thought they were going to lose 19-16. Like, this is how it ends. But Jalen Hurts, guy was in the giving mood last night. And hey, not just him, Antonio Brown, AJ Brown, the old tip drill up to Cam Hart. Like, you got to catch that. Even if Denzel Perriman's staring you down, you got to catch that. Back of the end zone.
Drop in the end zone. Yeah.
Got to catch that one. It hits you in the hands. Good play on the DB to get the contact as soon as the ball lands. But you're AJ Brown. You're one of the best receivers in the NFL. You got to make those plays. Chargers improve with the win to 9-4. Eagles fall to 8-5. And with that, like we had a great guest on Kaylin Collar yesterday from ESPN, senior NFL writer, and she kind of talked about like in the NFL right now how there's a lot of fraudulent teams and like fraudulent good teams. So like,
but I'll push back on that a little bit because I think that they're not fraudulent. They're just like all that same level of like they have good elements, but they also have bad elements. Like I know they just lost to the Panthers 2 weeks ago and everyone was ready to kill them already. Like I still think the Rams are pretty clear cut the only like really rock solid team in the league.
But like if I said the Chicago Bears, you could pick holes in it.
For sure you can.
Patriots, I could pick holes in it.
I thought we knew that going into this game though. Even after they beat the Eagles.
Broncos, we could pick holes in it. Like a lot of these teams who have good records. The Jags, I could probably pick holes in them. But they're a number 3 seed.
Yeah.
Like I would say
I just think there's a huge band of good teams. Not great teams, good teams. If that's the definition of fraudulent contenders, sure, okay, I guess I'll defer. But
because I don't think there's one. In years past, I would like for like 3 years in a row, I would like I'll take the Chiefs over the field. Yeah. Don't care. Not last year, but the years prior to that, I would have taken them over the field, and it was pretty evident by December. This year, I don't think we know. Like, and I said I had the Broncos above the Patriots if you gave me power rankings, and then I'm thinking, but I take Dre May over Bo Nix.
Right.
So am I contradicting myself? Like,
but you take the Broncos D over the Patriots D, even though the Patriots D is pretty good too.
But then you got the Patriots have Stephon Diggs, who's probably performing better than any Broncos receiver. Patriots running game is good, and Broncos down to RJ Harvey, but still doing his thing. Like, I don't know. The AFC.
It's tough, man. Like I said, I still think that it's the Rams and then everybody else right now. I do.
Yeah.
Packers, with the way they played on Sunday, I think took a big step to getting back into that category. But we've seen them be like they've lost to the Browns. Didn't they also lose to the Panthers?
Who?
The Packers? They lost to another bad team besides the Browns.
I mean, I can.
And I'm calling the Panthers a bad team. Like they have a chance to win their division. It's going to come like they play them and the Bucks still play twice. That's going to decide who wins the South.
Any team that's good, you can like point to a bad loss or a lucky win.
Well, that's and I think
they lost to the Panthers and the Eagles.
We've talked about this year about both college football and the NFL. Like it's tough to pick out legitimate contenders because if you use that transitive property mentality of like, okay, well this team beat this team, does that mean they're better than them? But that team beat a team that first team already lost to. So it's just like a constant loop of teams beating each other, and it's tough to pick out who's actually good.
Yeah, and like we get to a point like statute of limitations. Like, who cares what happened in week 7?
Yeah.
We're here now. We can bring up a bad Bills loss, but when they get into the games that matter, am I betting against Josh Allen? I don't think so. And they could be 9-4, and the Patriots and Broncos can be 11-2. But I still like the gamesmanship and what he has the ability to do. It's gonna be fun, man. He's like,
I love how wide open it is this year.
We still have so many spots available.
Exactly, 100%.
So yeah, I mean it's fun. We'll see as it rolls on here. Fantasy football playoffs will be getting going next week as well.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing?
I'm in 4 seed in both of my leagues. I believe I'm going to play the exact same guy I played this past week in the final regular season in one matchup. I should be favored. The other one is the 4 seed. I just leapfrogged a guy in the last week. I don't know if I'll be favored in that one as the 4 or 5 game. That's only a 16 playoff because it's just a 10-team league, so top 2 seeds get a bye. But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a little uneasy just because like some of my best players, they haven't really been playing my best players, aka Justin Jefferson. It's been terrible this year. Jonathan Taylor's effectiveness has really waned in the
That's
last
why
number
you need
of
Phillip
weeks.
Rivers on his team.
I guess, but like, is Achan healthy? That's going to be a big kicker for me. What's the running back split going to look like in both Chicago and New England? I have to make a choice of playing either Trayvon Henderson or DeAndre Swift in my flex spot. It's tough. Got some big choices.
Well, you got a few days to figure it all out.
Oh, it will keep me up at night.
Bad Niv says Rams defense isn't even close to Seattle's defense.
Yeah, but are you telling me you'd rather have Sam Darnold over Matt Stafford?
What happened last time those two teams played?
The Rams won.
And how many interceptions did Darnold throw?
Several.
4.
Well, that's more than several. That's
And
several.
To say they're not even close, points per game, Seattle gives up 17.4. What do you think the Rams give up?
18.
Unfair of me to ask you that. 17.5.
Wow.
And that's what it's all about at the end of the day is points against.
And you know what's better than both those?
16.
The Texans.
That's 16, yeah. So, like, to say it's not even close, Bad Niv, I don't think would be fair. Both teams have good defenses. I love Seattle's defense. But again, like you mentioned, when Sam Darnold goes up against good teams, and we saw this last year with the Vikings, he's not as effective. So let's see what he does against the good teams in the playoffs. But
and because they play once more in the regular season still too, the Rams and the Seahawks too. That could end up deciding the winner of the division.
Yeah. Jeez, like that whole division. The Niners too. Like if they were healthy.
Niners are a team that I still don't think anybody's going to look at in a playoff matchup and say, oh yeah, I'm jonesing for that.
Yeah.
Like they still got like McCaffrey, Purdy when he's at the top of his game.
Kittle can pop off at any
Kittle
point.
is the best tight end in the league. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It should make for an exciting finish of the season and then a great playoff once we do get there.
MTR texting in, if Houston can get any run game going, they will win the AFC. And like that wouldn't surprise me. Like the defense is so damn good. Yeah, well, he would be the one, right? Need to get him going. When's Chubb back?
Well, he was playing last game, but he left very early with rib injury, so I kind of just waiting to see some updates. I guess I haven't seen anything yet
because we, very rarely see playoff
Chubby.
I'd like to see it.
Get him out there. He's been like the Texans' run game has been fine. It hasn't won the many games, I'll say that, but it's like I think it's part of the offensive principles of Nick Caley that like they're still going to try and run the ball even if they're not having a ton of success with it early, because I think CJ Stroud off of play action is probably at his best.
You have to,
right? Like you have to establish the run, even if it's establishing it poorly.
Yeah, like just so they believe in it. Set up the play action.
Yeah,
but the Chargers ran a play action pass with no timeouts. I don't think one Eagles defender bit.
Look out, they're going to do it.
This makes no sense. Aaron says, fellas, what day is the Fantasy Frenzy Christmas Bonanza at Bubba Gump's? I have my eyes set on Forrest's Seafood Fest. Can't wait. Is that an actual menu item? Forrest Seafood Feast. Well, if we go, I'm getting Mama's Fried Chicken again. Probably with a crisp
you've
cola.
Talked about it, I might have to.
It's pretty good. Maybe it was the first time, but it was quite good. I might even make a special request to the cook. Let's leave my fries in the deep fryer a little longer. Crisping them up.
Crisp.
Yeah. MTR says there's a rumor that Warner could play in the playoffs. Maybe not wild card, but possibly divisional. Like that'd be massive. What like a boost that would be, not only on the field, but just in the head, mentally. You'd be geared up for that one. 1-833-401-1440. That is the text line. A shout out to everybody on the YouTube chat as well. We got Triple Crown, aka Frank. We've got Northside Norm chatting it up in there. Make sure you hit that like button if you're watching. I'm doing so right now. Pump those numbers just a little bit. Duke Oilers in action tonight. We'll dive into it a little bit more in the next segment. But to take on the Buffalo Sabres, a team that just played last night, and we saw this against Winnipeg on Saturday. Jets came out, I thought, in the first few minutes, looked really good, had their legs under them. But as that game wore on, they obviously just fatigue set in, the goaltending issues for them. I mean, that for the Oilers, I kind of feel like the game plan exact same. Like just take that
Stick
first
to it.
wave, and then you got to think fatigue's going to set in for the Buffalo Sabres, who last night were down in Calgary and lost 7-4.
Yeah, a couple empty net goals makes the final result look a little more lopsided than it was. But we chatted with Paul Hamilton this morning on the Carrier show, and he kind of said, like, yeah, it was a close game until the empty netters, but also at the same time it wasn't, because the Sabres continue to play just very loose hockey and get in their own way a lot. And it's like little details of the game where we always talk about puck luck. And this is a phrase Paul used this morning. He's like, yeah, puck luck's great, but you also sometimes just got to kind of create your own by being in the right spot, hoping good things happen to you, even if it's a lucky bounce off your skate or off your shoulder pad. And the Sabres just aren't really doing that right now. It's a pretty far cry from, I have to think, the way the team was feeling. What are we talking, a month ago or just under a month ago when they beat the Oilers in Buffalo, and young Colton Ellis was quite strong in the Sabres crease. It's not looking very good in Buffalo right now. Sabres are continuing to toil at the bottom of the standings.
And you wonder at what point does the sell-off begin? Then, like, there's a few players there. Then, and I know, like, Rasmus Dahlin had, like, talked about how he was committed to Buffalo and everything like that, but it's got to wear on you at some point. Like, if you're offered a way out, I wonder if it's like, hey, just let's do it. Not necessarily Dahlin, but some of the other players. And in case you missed it today, the Edmonton Elks schedule was released. They'll kick off their preseason on May 23rd. And then they have another game 6 days later against the Stamps. The regular season gets going June 6th out in Ottawa. Then it's a bye week. Then it's week 3. And I love this one. Saturday, 2:00 against the Montreal Alouettes. None of this Sunday afternoon, Thursday night, anything like that. Then they are on the road in Winnipeg. That is a Thursday nighter. Another road game in BC Saturday night. Actually, it's 6:00. That's not too bad. Maybe 5. It's a very small font. Then they're back home for 2 July 9th and 17th. One is a Thursday nighter, which, again, I don't love. But then you got a Friday night game in July. We've got 2 Saturday home games in a row, followed by a Friday home game, another Saturday, another Friday. So just the one Thursday. No Sundays, which to me is a huge win because I hate Sunday football in the CFL. Love it in the NFL.
People are saying Kevin Karius wielded his influence in shaping the Elks schedule this year.
Yeah?
Because he despises Sunday night games and he hates the Thursday games. Elks only have one Thursday home game, no Sunday games.
I'm looking at like potential watch parties if they bring me back.
Might be on the chopping block.
2 Thursdays so far. Yeah, 2 Thursdays. Hey, I like everyone else in the organization. Yeah, you gotta be better. So
it's constantly striving for improvement.
Maybe they want to upgrade. If not, I'll be there, and it'll be a lot of fun. So hey, we're 6 months away from the first preseason game. Doesn't seem like it's that far away. We'll be sitting here talking about it, and I'll be like, remember when I brought this up December 9th?
Yeah, bookmark this day.
Looking forward to it. The team, in my opinion, going in the right direction. Text line is 1-833-401-1440. Playbook Vic says Rivers signed to the practice squad for the Colts. And we can talk about that as well. I've got some feelings about Philip Rivers that might make people uncomfortable.
Do you think that Philip Rivers, not played in 5 years, 44 years old, can get the Colts in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Actually?
Do I think he can do it better than
Riley Leonard?
Yeah.
Do you think he can do it better than Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco, how are you going to get him?
Be like, hey, Mr. Brown, Mrs. Gordon Ursay, please. You don't need him anymore. You have Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could get hurt at a moment's notice. I need him.
Tell you what, if that happens, we'll give him back.
So let's say
a gentleman's agreement.
Let's say I waive him and we get an Adam Thielen situation where some team scoops him up.
Well, Joe Flacco just pulls the Jason Spezza situation and says, if anybody else claims me, I will retire.
Oh, that's not Joe.
Well, he doesn't have to mean it, but it's a threat.
Well, then we got the situation here, maybe.
Who else is going to claim him?
Oakland? Vegas? They
What,
need a
what do
quarterback.
they need him for at this stage of their season? They want to lose.
Just trolls.
They want to lose so
So
they can pick Fernando
what if-
Mendoza first overall.
What do the Bengals get out of this?
A good IOU from Mrs. Gordon Ursay, who I believe is hey, maybe the Ursay family will slide them some money to improve their decrepit facilities.
Maybe. Seems wild. Seems like a crazy situation. When you just got a Philip Rivers waiting. The arm is just ready to go. He's been coaching for 4 years. You think he has been dropping dimes to those kids? Analyzing defenses?
Probably true.
Like, oh, he's slower. Oh, he had
Yeah.
speed
It's like,
before?
wait a
No.
minute, was he a real burner before? No.
I'm all in. This could be like, I said, I can't believe this is my life. Chargers beat the Eagles, and then, Phil Rivers back. Like,
remember when the Niners had no quarterbacks left going into the NFC Championship game, and we learned it after the fact that there was real conversations about bringing Rivers out of retirement. Then
I would have gone crazy.
that was 3 years ago.
It would have been so awesome. What could have been? They could have won.
They could have won.
Why don't we take a break here? When we come back, more texts. 1-833-414-40. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's getting erotic here in Fantasy Frenzy.
Wow.
Brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at Wilhock
the
Beef
AC going,
Jerky.
windows are fogging up.
Yeah. Oh, Sam, what was that?
Usher?
That was nice and slow by Usher.
That's Usher. Okay. I mean, I know Usher, but not know much of his slow jams.
When he played the Super Bowl halftime show and I'm watching it, I'm like, I don't know any Usher songs. Except like,
Yeah.
the one with Will I, Oh My God, OMG.
He's got another one with Young Jeezy has a verse in it.
Can't say I'm familiar with that one either.
Love in the Club. Something like that.
That's a good name.
Anywho, welcome back. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Sam Willis, and Josh Fenwick with you here in the Sports 1440 studios. As always, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky. Text line is 1-833-401-1440. Some news breaking. The Edmonton Elks announcing that they've re-signed quarterback Cody Fajardo. So that is really good news. We had heard reports that he maybe wasn't sure about his future if he wanted to keep playing ball. He'll be back for another year. I love that move for the green and gold. Stability, and then, I think he still have to bring someone in to push him and at least compete for the job, but he'll be back for at least one more season, signing through the 2026 season. And Phillip Rivers joins the Indianapolis Colts on the practice roster. So we'll see what happens. Riley Leonard, with all due respect, give me Phillip Rivers over him all day. He's gonna dissect defenses if he can throw the ball in time. Just hand it off to Jonathan Taylor as well. We just need, for fantasy purposes, a quarterback that can put him in the right position.
So, hear me out here, Connor. Riley Leonard has very little pro experience. Was that his first regular season action last night?
Let's bring it up.
Or Sunday night, excuse me.
He's already hurt.
Also true. His health's not 100%. But even in the rest of that game, did you not see some of the same elements that, in play scheme and stuff, that made Daniel Jones successful with Riley Leonard? He made a couple nice throws to convert some first downs and stuff to the likes of Warren and Pittman. Do you not almost say, we did this with Daniel Jones? Riley Leonard's not Daniel Jones, but it's a quarterback that doesn't have the highest upside as a passer. Can we still not just use our scheme and our other weapons, the run game, to try and prop him up enough to win a couple games down the stretch and get a playoff spot?
I don't think so. Because you're going to be in competitive games, and I don't think he hasn't faced NFL defenses. I think he's just too raw. You're trusting a 6th round pick, and I know you could throw Brady or Purdy in my face and say, well, they did it. They also are better than he is. So I don't know. Husk's texting in. Noted Colts fan. There has to be a better option than Rivers. Rivers has the mobility of a telephone pole. Flacco, Tannehill, Jameis, or just go with Leonard and see what you got. That sound is what CH listens to when he's thinking about Rivers playing again. Yeah, that Usher romance music. I don't know. It was getting pretty sexy in here. Here's what I would say. So Flacco is on another team. You're not going to get him. They're not going to just release him out of the goodness of their heart. Tannehill sucked his last few years. Is he Jameis is not going to be released either by the Giants. They're not going to.
Yeah, that one's a little too pipe dreamy.
So I was looking yesterday. Taylor Heineke would have been a guy I considered. He's out there. There's lots of guys, but they're on practice rosters. Easton Stick, not that great. Kyle Trask, not that great. Do you want Hendon Hooker? I don't think
Tennessee
so.
legend.
Yeah, great college player. I just think Shane Steichen was Philip Rivers' quarterback coach for 4 years. There's a little bit of a relationship there. He's been with the Colts organization. I'm not saying he's coming out there and he's going to light it up, but I'm hoping he does. And take that because I am a absolute Rivers supporter.
Stan.
Yeah,
diehard.
big time. Love Phil. What happened to Anthony Richardson from Cat Dad and LC?
Orbital fracture on the IR.
Orbital? Base?
Orbital.
How did that happen? Do you know?
Thought I heard that it was a red, and this is purely me trying to pull from my memory, so do not take this for the gospel. Connor can check it as I'm saying it. I thought it was like maybe even during warm-ups and they someone ran into him or something.
It
or he
was.
ran into a teammate.
Yeah, he might not even return this season.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, so he's done. Yeah, I think MTR had a good pointer. Just gonna go find it. They play the Seahawks, the Niners the next 2 weeks. They're cooked. Well, probably. But you have a better chance with a guy who has seen every single blitz package in the NFL. Like, you heard the JJ Watt story about Rivers when, he's like mocking the Colts defense. He's like, why do you line up here? You don't blitz from that spot. You're not fooling me. He's did the same thing against the Raiders. These are just when he's mic'd up. You think that's a good blitz, Rolando? Like, he's a really cerebral player. He's smart. And he's going to put guys in the right spot. Can he pick up an offense in no time? That's the question.
Thank gummit.
But I'd take him to do it over any quarterback who's out there, any guy who's just coming out of college.
If I were in the Colts position, you said Taylor Heineke's the name that's out there that you kind of looked at and said maybe. Like,
just played in the NFL last year.
He has started. He's had some success. He is almost like a wish version of Jameis Winston, where he is as volatile. Like, he will throw the dumbest interceptions you've seen. Does have some athleticism to be mobile. If you're kind of looking at the Colts' current scheme,
loves
diving for the pylon.
Zins.
Who doesn't? I hear. Not for me, but
me neither. But yeah, you can.
It's all the craze.
Always has the tin or
right.
the plastic, whatever it's called, holder.
He's got a holster for it.
Holder. I don't. What do we call them? Josh, help me out here. What's your little container? Canister? You got them.
I think container is just the right thing to use.
Yeah, he's always got the circle in his, but it's not really a tin.
Well, it's not made of tin anymore. I assume that tobacco ones used to be.
Yeah, that's
hence why it's called that. But like even if you're buying real chew, you still call it a tin.
Do you?
A tin is in.
Give me a tin. A what? And then I'd panic and be like,
pack of Marlboros.
Give me a case. Dunocracy says, oh man, it sounded like you guys were going to do some acting improv again. Maybe talking about how the conversation would go between
Mrs. Ursay Gordon and Mr. Brown, between the Bengals and the Colts.
I mean, it would be quite simply, that doesn't make any sense for us. No, we're not going to do that.
What if she just gave him like $10 million?
Under the table? You think the NFL is not going to find out about that?
What's illegal about that?
I don't think, because it's a trade. Trade deadline's
No.
passed.
No. It's no. She pays them. She buys something from them, like an old golf cart.
In 1973, that would have worked for sure.
Yeah, like in semi-pro, when they trade Ed Monix for a washing machine.
Exactly. Monix? Well, the role play we were going to do was that old
man.
baseball. Well, who was that?
Something Huff? Is that his
Aubrey?
name? Yeah.
Aubrey Huff on Twitter had a way he was going to pick up a woman in the bar.
Yeah.
And we were going to do a mock of it and see how it goes. But then we forgot about
talking
it.
about getting too steamy in here. It would have, I think even us doing this role play would have rendered any female listeners absolutely staggered.
I have it right here.
I have it too. We're not doing it.
Fellas, next time you go up to a woman in a bar, do this. I've done this countless times, and 9 out of 10 times it works. So pretend, Brandon, you're this lady, and I go,
okay.
I walk up to the bar and I stand confidently next to her. Order your drink from the bartender and immediately look into her eyes and don't break contact until she does. While looking into her soul, shout at the bartender confidently, and please, my good sir, get this little temptress, whatever she's drinking. Introduce yourself in a seductive and deep, confident tone.
So what would that look like?
Hey, I'm Connor. Is that deep and seductive?
That was deep.
He probably says, oh, yeah, I'm Aubrey.
Yeah, I'm Aubrey.
Someone saying it's a girl's name, but it's not. Deepen's confident tone, which intrigues her sexually, proving you're a confident man, not afraid to ask what he wants. Then make an offhand remark, which should get 0 cents given the situation. Her curiosity is now piqued. This is Aubrey Huff's dating advice, not mine. When the bartender delivers the drink, ask him for a napkin and a pen. While you're writing your name and number on the napkin, speak these words in your best James Bond impression. Should be spoken seductively, slowly, calmly, mysteriously, with a touch of cocky arrogance. Nice to meet you, sweet bleep. Thank you for the drink. I'll be sure to get the next one when you meet me later at the bar I'm headed to.
Is that your best Bond impersonation?
I can't. Slide the napkin to her. Oi. Slide the napkin to her while graciously letting the bartender know to put your drink on her tab. Then simply walk away, leaving the bar. Would you try this?
No.
You get her to buy you a drink, and then you leave.
Wait, that ended with on her tab?
Yeah. You put it on her tab, and then you give her your number.
Both drinks, like the one you bought for yourself and for her?
No, I think that the one you bought for her is on you, and then she's buying you a drink. Who has tabs anymore? What bar is this?
Oh, I get tabs at bars all the time.
Do young women, well, maybe sitting at the bar by themselves? Maybe they would.
That never actually exists.
This is what Aubrey Huff says. Why would he lie?
Good question. He has no reason to lie.
It's like from the worst movie of all time. Anyways, yes, everyone says this is a restraining order. This is the worst advice of all time.
As a
It's
bartender,
terrible.
girls will sit at the bar by themselves.
Yeah.
Are those the girls that you want to talk to? Absolutely not.
I feel like if you saw this happening, you'd be like, excuse me, sir. Leave her alone.
That's literally
Josh, what's that thing the girl
angel shot.
Yeah, you order when you're feeling uncomfortable at a bar and the bartender reads it as a sign. Yeah, angel shot. Josh would be like, hey, can I get you an angel shot? And she'd just be too dumbfounded to even respond because she'd be like, what's this guy's deal?
He's being really weird. Oh, he's leaving. Okay, we're good. He told me to follow him. I'm gonna put this number on Kijiji.
For a free fridge.
But then that's where the young bartender slides in and says, here, I'll take care of a drink for you.
Yeah, that's what you would do.
That's what I would do.
This is the creepiest pickup move ever from Bud Baker. This is the worst advice ever. Sounds like a CH dream with him and Rivers from Husks. Oh, yeah. Billy Riv coming, buying me a drink and then putting it on my tab. He's sick. MTR worst porn plot of all time. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. We forgot about that, so I wanted to make sure we get that in quickly on this Tuesday.
Funny.
Weird stuff.
We can maybe revisit that in a more full reenactment on a slow news day or something. That would be a good midsummer bit.
Yeah.
Halley and Douglas theater returns.
We don't ask a woman that works here, how would you react to this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so weird. We'll take a break. When we come back, more text 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
The Junior Prospects Hockey League's fourth season is now underway. The JPHL offers elite athletic and academic opportunities for players in the 14U, 15U, 17U, and 18U divisions. All games are broadcast live on Silent Ice TV, featuring a showcase-style schedule and competitive matchups across Western Canada. Players work with experienced coaches, trainers, and elite hockey personnel. Learn more about Western Canada's fastest-growing elite hockey development stream at juniorprospectshockeyleague.com.
I'm making my list, checking it twice. And guess what? I'm giving Will Hawk Beef Jerky to everyone, naughty and nice. Because honestly, everyone deserves a taste of Alberta's finest, no matter if they've been bad or good. So this holiday season, skip the chocolates and pass on the turkey. Make sure you're Will Hawking around the Christmas tree with Alberta's best beef jerky. Ho, ho, ho!
Call to place your pre-order today at 780-986-2537.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Do you listen to sports radio at work?
Like right now? Well, do you?
Who, me? No way. I swear.
Okay, friend, we won't tell. Tens of thousands of sports fans listen to Sports 1440 each and every day. On the radio, on the listening apps, on YouTube, and on social media. If you listen to Sports 1440 at work, well, maybe it's time to advertise on Sports 1440 at work. Grow your business. Get your name out there. Shoot our ad team an email. Gregor@sports1440.ca. Let's get to work for you.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Subaru is built for winter. Symmetrical all-wheel drive delivers power with incredible control, stability, and grip. Add 220 millimeters of ground clearance, and you're not getting stuck in snowbanks. You'll drive right through them. And inside, luxurious heated seats and a heated steering wheel. Plus, for 19 years in a row, Subaru vehicles have earned top safety pick status, giving you unmatched peace of mind. Subaru is engineered for Canadian winters, built for real-life confidence. Welcome to Uncommon Standards.
Every coach needs a game plan. Plan your fantasy frenzy with Halley and Douglas right here on Edmonton's Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:43. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy. Those of you who stuck by our side through the Aubrey Huff dating advice, we appreciate it. The show brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. JC Glazier said, just talking about that song we played previously, Usher, said banger tune, brought me back to grade 9. There you go. Mondorio Moses, Fairyland here. Let's say trade deadline. Oilers first in the Pacific. Who and what is the big ad? I mean, I hope they get it done before the trade deadline. And I hope maybe it's the guy over in Buffalo right now. Alex Tuck.
Tage Thompson?
No, they won't trade him. But Alex Tuck, sign him or trade him.
Yeah, I think that would be a great, like, if we're talking ideal, like no real limits, but keeping it realistic. Like, they're not going to go get Jack Hughes or Tim Stützle, like players that are out there.
Yeah.
I think Alex Tuck is probably top of the board for sure.
Aaron says, be yourself or be Aubrey Huff. Either way, you're going home solo. Well,
and in one of those, you don't have to be a creep with the potential police after you.
Just a weird move. Weird in that he like typed it all out. Bryce says, now that you guys have Twitch, you could do a live stream with the Duke trying this move at a bar in West Edmonton Mall.
I'd like to see Donovan try it first. He has more game than me, apparently, at the bar. So I would like to see Donovan try and implement that. Maybe tonight at post game meal at first round.
He sits at the bar.
He's familiar with a lot of the staff there.
Yeah.
So he could just float it to them and be like, hey, if I did this, let's play this out. Would it work?
I mean, there is that element of intrigue. But here's the thing. Who's doing it? Is it young Brad Pitt?
Or me?
Or young Seth Rogen?
So me.
I think, maybe if the guy's really good looking, there's some intrigue there. Sometimes it's just creepy. Things change.
Sometimes.
Let's go into the inbox for elksnation.ca. 2 weekly podcast with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger breaking down the green and gold. I'm sure their next show talk about the schedule release, as well as Cody Fajardo re-upping for another year. Check out all the information, elksnation.ca, articles, podcasts, and more. Duke, you had an interesting note regarding Phillip Rivers and Colts head coach Shane Steichen as well. It's kind of some inside information provided by one JJ Watt.
Yeah, JJ Watt tweeted this out here a handful of minutes ago. Doesn't actually. And then I'll just read it verbatim. Fun fact learned in production meetings. Phillip Rivers ran the same offense as the Colts for his son Gunner's high school team this season. He and Shane Steichen spoke weekly about it, discussing plays and even film. So familiarity with the scheme should be no problem whatsoever.
He's got it on lock. He knew this was coming. He probably is like, Gunner, rest the arm. I'll take some snaps at practice today and just start zipping it in there. What a story this is going to be when he returns to the field and leads them to the Super Bowl.
That would be something.
Defeating the Chargers in the AFC Championship. What a run. Very unlikely, but it'd be something. Manny says, Chargers. Triple turnover was one for the ages. Yeah, I mean, defensive linemen certainly aren't used to intercepting the football, but then also not used to running with the football. So the fumble was interesting. And then Jalen Hurts, I mean, man, just get that ball and secure it and go down. Live to fight another day. You would have got a first down out of it. But Jamari Caldwell, the rookie out of Oregon, the former Duck, punches it loose. And then another Oregon Duck, Troy Dye, recovers it.
It was a wild sequence. And like you pointed this out with Carius, I wasn't watching the Monsters Inc. broadcast, but the clip of it where it like broke it because all the people, the players keep moving. Then there's the football still just laying in the middle of the field. That was pretty comedic. And you could have watched it on DAZN, Connor.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Because when I opened it up, it was there right beside the main game feed.
So did you watch any of it?
No, just the pieces I saw online.
Wasn't for you.
No, it's not for me. It's meant for kids.
For the kids.
You should have watched it with Benny.
Well, he was in bed, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah. Early bedtime.
He's not built different. He doesn't have that Chargers diehard blood in him.
No, it's in there. It's dormant for now, though. We'll give it a few years before really start to disappoint him. Teach him some lessons in life.
Some hard life lessons.
Stuart Skinner gets to start against Buffalo tonight for Tony Brar. Not a surprise there, I would say. The rest of the lineup, I don't think he's going to be making any changes. Injury-wise, we know that Noah Phillip is getting closer. Ballman injury is going to take longer than expected. Rosovic Kapanen around Christmas time for head coach Chris Knobloch. And Clattenburg, kind of the original reports going back to Saturday, he's going to be out for about a week. So the lineup's going to stay the same. And why would you change anything up the way the offense has been moving?
Yeah, I just think like the continuity that we've seen for even just a couple games, like in the forward group, specifically the top six, like it's not a coincidence that now there's production from it, right? And production has to start somewhere. Like if you start new lines in a game and they're total busts, waiting on them forever to get going is one thing, but also just like as soon at the first sign of difficulty or problems or adversity, putting all your entire lineup in a blender, that's an entirely another thing. So I like the fact that the head coach is looking and say, hey, we've been rolling with it fine. Yeah, maybe we are a better team when Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is playing third line center, but for right now, he's a top line left winger, and we're going to continue to do it that way. Savoy, 3 goals in 2 games, 100% stick him on Draisaitl's hip pocket. But Colson scored a couple games ago as well. There's no reason whatsoever in my eyes to really change anything. And I'll take it a step further. Even if tonight's game against the Sabres doesn't start perfectly, like you said, Connor, maybe the Sabres, the second half of back-to-back, come out with a little more jump like we saw Winnipeg do, and the team's on its heels a bit in the first 10 minutes, first period even. Like, just let it roll. We've known this to work.
Yeah.
And the Sabres, they are still an inferior opponent, much like your last couple opponents in terms of the Jets and the Kraken.
Yeah. And I mean, like, the fatigue's going to set in. Keep your legs moving, draw penalties, get that power play out there, take advantage of it. And, you know, I think they should get the job done tonight. We'll have pregame coverage for you 6 to 7 with Andrew Walker, Donovan Paulson, and former NHLer Landon Ferraro. I also want to let you guys know, of course, that Sports 1440 proud to sponsor the 2025 Ben's Cup. 100% of the funds raised will go to the Ben Stelter Foundation to bring an advanced cancer treatment, proton beam therapy, to Canada for the first time through the Ben Stelter Center for Proton Therapy and Neuroscience. Registration is full, which is fantastic, but, you know, lots going on there. There's going to be action for activities. There's going to be the raffles. You got a holiday lighting package valued at $7,000, and then also a suite for 12 of the January 10th Oilers Kings game when Corey Perry, Cody Ceci, Ken Holland make their return.
Big game.
Have you ever sat in a suite?
No.
It's the sweet life.
What do I look like to you?
I have for Oil King games.
Really?
Yeah. Got called up.
Sweet life.
It's pretty fancy. So you could enter that.
Closest I've ever had is loge seats.
Well, you could win this through Ben's Cup. All the information is at sports1440.ca. The raffle tickets are just $5. Also, there's the Bonspiel information. Like I said, sports1440.ca. You can take 12 people. Who would you take? I guess yourself.
To this Oilers game if I won the suite.
Sweet, yeah.
I got some pretty big Oilers friends from back in Delburn, so probably a handful of them amongst others that would come to egg on the Oilers fans and maybe try and play anti-hero to them. Maybe a few guys from here in the building. You, Deck, if you'd be interested.
Yeah,
pretty
maybe.
late night, but
I might be busy, but
maybe Josh. He promises that the late night doesn't interrupt his very good streak of being on time.
The morning routine.
Yeah.
I went to one game. I was in a suite, and it was my friend's dad's company suite. And they was like, yeah, come on in. Like, drinks are free. This was like peak Decade of Darkness. Tickets were like $12 for like up, like way in the top. We bought those and just hung out in the suite the whole time. The suite life is the good life. I'll tell you that. I'd recommend it.
Oh, maybe someday if I ever win the lottery or this raffle.
I'm going to buy some tickets for sure. It's a great event, and the Stelter family does amazing things for our community. So get out and support if you are able. Coming up next, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. It is Tuesday. That means Declan Kruger. He just walked by. Nice green sweater he's got on today. Who's on Tuesdays?
Well, Donnie.
Donnie?
Is in,
oh, yeah. And
they're also going to have Heather Engel.
Heather Engel covers the Sabres. Yeah. We've had Heather on before. It'll be fun, informative. And then on the Jason Greger show, I was going to grab my little script. I shouldn't need this. Derek Van Diest at 5:25 before the game. I'm working backwards. Spec. We'll have 5 questions. Struddy. Cam Tate's 2-minute warning. We have Dave McCarthy from Sirius XM. We have TR, hopefully for a segment. We'll also be joined by post-game host for the Buffalo Sabres, Brian Koziel. And hopefully, maybe a member of the Edmonton Elks who just signed. Fingers crossed. Cam Tate just informed me he's working from home, so we won't see him today. But his work will come through our airwaves at about 3:40, maybe 4 o'clock. Sportsnet lounge seats are the best game experience, in my opinion, from Yeg Moose. So I've never done that either.
I've had quite a few friends do that. They say it's worth it.
You get food up there.
Yeah.
The whole
prime rib usually, I think.
Snap. And with the cost of prime rib these days, that's the best way to get it, I think. Included. We'll take our 23-hour break. Be back again to do it again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. You got Low Tide coming up next in the Jason Greger Show. Month of Giving rolls on. A great package from The Brick, raising more money for Santa's Anonymous, and then from 6 to 7 pregame, and then postgame once it all wraps up. So make sure you keep it locked here in Sports 1440. Listen, stream, watch. You got so many avenues to do so. Make sure you do that for the remainder of your day. For the Duke, Josh, and Sam, I'm Connor Halley. We'll be back to do it again tomorrow at the same time. Let's get to a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Check them out online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com or in Leduc.
This is the Sports 1440 update.
Oilers at home tonight as the Buffalo Sabres come to town. Puck drop at 7 p.m. with pregame coverage getting underway at 6 with 9 other games in the league, with the Lightning and Canadiens getting things started at 5, followed by the Senators hosting the Devils. Islanders square off against the Golden Knights in New York. Sharks and Flyers going head-to-head in Philly. Battle of the Birds in Pittsburgh. And the Predators and Avalanche wrap up the night. Edmonton Elks have extended Cody Fajardo through the 2026 season, and contract news out of the NFL as Chargers legend Phillip Rivers is unretiring to sign with the Colts after both Daniel Jones and Riley Leonard were injured in Sunday's game against the Jaguars. Lots of free agency news out of the MLB, with Kyle Schwarber returning to Philly on a 5-year, $150 million deal. Dodgers picking up Edwin Diaz, with details yet to be reported. And in the NBA, Toronto Raptors look to bounce back after their loss against the Celtics as they host the Knicks. Tip-off at 6:30, with a Florida face-off happening in Orlando as the Heat face off with the Magic. Coming up next on Sports 1440, it's the Lowdown with Low Tide, and this has been your Sports 1440 update with Sam Wilness.
This is Sports